seeing giant fruits and vegetables you won't believe. Number 18. Giant watermelon. This watermelon is absolutely huge, and it could be considered one of the biggest around. Arguably one of the most impressive points of this image is the fact that these two men are able to lift this monstrosity. The average watermelon doesn't usually weigh more than 30 pounds. This melon far surpasses that average weight range with a weight that surpasses 100 pounds. This melon could feed a lot of people, and without question, it is one of the biggest on record. If you're looking for a cool fruit to beat the summer heat, this is certainly the way to go. Number 17. Giant cabbage. This large cabbage is a world record holder, weighing in at 31.7 kilograms. It is at least 50 times larger than the average cabbage. It was grown by the man in the picture. His name is Graham Tranter. A large plant like this takes time, love, and care to grow it just right. Graham certainly gave it the attention that it needed to grow to epic proportions. It truly boasts a fantastic size, and it could feed so many people that if we were to mass produce these, it could throw a wrench into world hunger. Number 16. Giant potato. In the image is the world's largest potato, which was grown in Lebanon. It weighs 11.3 kilograms, and it is an impressive feat of agriculture. The average potato barely weighs a quarter of a pound. This one is equivalent to about 20 potatoes. And there is no doubt that you can make a lot more French fries with this monster potato. Number 15. Giant radishes. These large radishes were harvested by farmer Nissan Tamer, and they are truly a wonder. They each weigh 10 kilograms, and they are so large that they can be used as dumbbells, as shown in the picture. Radishes are, on average, not very large, and the size to which these two grew completely dwarfs all of their smaller cousins. Number 14. Giant mushroom. In China, farmer Rung Jiling grows mushrooms, and this mushroom is an exceptionally impressive feat. While the mushroom is huge, it only weighs 2 kilograms. Fungus at this size is a fascinating thing to see, and large plants such as this require much skill and care from the people who grow them. Number 13. Giant onion. Gardener Peter Glazebrook loves to admire his record-breaking onion of impressive size. He's a professional gardener, and he is world famous for his record-breaking giants. This onion is huge, and it is definitely bound to make you pour out a river of tears if you try to cut into it. Nevertheless, this is an exceptional feat, and Peter, as you can see, is very pleased with the work he has done, and he should be. Number 12. Giant strawberry. A strawberry of this size is the product of an exceptional farmer. This big juicy fruit is full of wonderful and sweet joy. It is so large that it equals the size of 4 or 5 strawberries, and it is pristine in its presentation. This is another impressive feat of agriculture that just goes to show you how big fruits can actually grow. Number 11. Giant papaya. This large papaya sure does look tasty. It looks as if it weighs more than 50 pounds, and that is certainly an amazing accomplishment. A papaya is considered a type of berry, and that makes this one large berry. They generally grow in tropical environments on trees. One cannot help but feel bad for the tree that this papaya grew on. Number 10. Giant marrow. The marrow is a vegetable that is related to the zucchini, and Peter Glazebrook, who has won 6 first-place prizes for giant vegetables, grew this monstrosity. The man holding the marrow is a weightlifter named Jonathan Walker. This massive green is a record-holding piece of agriculture, and it is an impressive feat. Even in his old age, Peter exhibits that his growing abilities have diminished none, and he is still capable of major horticulture-based accomplishments. Number 9. Giant tomato. Another record breaker that has been grown by the famous gardener Peter Glazebrook. This tomato is truly massive, and it weighs in at 5 pounds. Can you imagine a 5-pound tomato? Regardless, this tomato is a work of love and devotion that Peter saw through as he does for all of his plants. This man certainly has a talent for growing large fruits and vegetables, and at a frequent rate too. Number 8. Giant carrot. Peter Glazebrook is one very skilled gardener. He takes pride in growing the large fruits and vegetables that he does. In this picture, it is showing him holding his award-winning carrot, and it is a big one. The work that it must have taken to grow this carrot is impressive in its own right, not to mention the skill required. You may notice how happy he looks in all of the pictures with his vegetables. This is because when someone grows something like that and nurses it and takes care of it, it almost becomes like a child. Number 7. Giant cauliflower. The master of giant agriculture is back at it again with this large cauliflower. The woman you see standing in the back is Peter Glazebrook's wife, and she seems very impressed with her husband's work, and so she should be. This large cauliflower must take so much time and care. It was well worth it though, as this one now holds the world record for the largest cauliflower ever recorded. Number 6. Giant beetroot. While it's not a record breaker, it is an exceptional feat, and the work that went into it is a culmination of his life's work as a farmer and gardener. He has devoted his life to growing great vegetables and small ones, and he is an accomplished horticulturist. Number 5. Giant radish. This large radish is yet another great accomplishment in the world of farming. When fruits and vegetables grow to enormous size like this, it usually is not just due to the plant itself. The average radish does not grow even close to this magnitude. Usually there is a good farmer there to walk it with every step of the way, and this radish is no exception to that. Number 4. Giant turnip. This turnip is indeed enormous, with large flowing ridges and deep digging roots. It is one of the largest ever on record. It weighs 85 pounds, and that is an exceptional accomplishment. The man who grew this is very proud of his work and has every right to be. Growing things to this size takes a lot of skill that not everyone has. Number 3. Giant leek. This little girl named Molly Smith won multiple awards at the Houghton Feast. She won these awards for her large leeks and onions. This feat is such an impressive accomplishment for someone so young. She has so much talent at her age, but also, sadly, she is deaf. That may be why she takes so well to gardening. You do not have to be able to hear to grow something. Molly Smith is an exceptional example of what people can do when they put their minds to it. She is barely over 10 years old, and she can already grow and harvest better than many people 5 times her age. She has exceptional skill and talent, and it has paid off as she has accomplished something wonderful in the worlds of horticulture and agriculture. Number 2. Giant pumpkin. This giant pumpkin is certainly a great accomplishment, and it is so large in fact that it requires heavy machinery to move. Occasionally, these gourds have the tendency to grow very large, and that is how you get an obscene pumpkin such as the one shown here. To produce something quite this large requires a very skilled green thumb and the know-how to maintain and manage such a large gourd. Without a doubt, this pumpkin is exceptional. Number 1. Giant swede. A swede, or a Swedish turnip, is the same thing as a rutabaga. It is essentially a cross between a cabbage and a turnip. This massive one was not grown by the girl in the picture, but her name is Emily Wintle, and she is showing support for farmer Ian Neal and his swede. It has been recorded as the biggest swede ever grown, and it weighed in at 43.6 kilograms. The scale of this swede is impressive.